Hi, my name's Corrie. I'm a Customer Success Team Manager at the Access Group. Today I've been asked to prepare a dish off the back of David White's video he did a couple of days ago. I did notice in some of the comments that some of the guys want to see some nice, quick, snappy dishes. So I thought I'd do that in a dish under 10 minutes. So, first of all we need a quick slurp. And this is what we're going to cook today. So we're going to do some pan-fried sea bass fillets with some nice kind of green vegetables, spring vegetables, some gnocchi and a nice light dressing, what we call a sauce vierge. I'll talk about that more as we prepare it. Okay, so let's start off with the sauce vierge. So first of all what we need to do is prepare some herbs. If I was on the right, I'm just going to quickly chop these up. This is going to be for 2 people. That should be enough. And then we got some flat parsley. For sauce vierge, really you need to use soft herbs. So stay away from rosemary, thyme, and you want to be looking at things like tarragon, parsley, basil, chervil, chives, those kind of nice soft eating which you can eat in a salad without having to cook. So again, we're just going to chop this up nice and fine. If you're chopping nice and quick, it's always good to put something under your chopping board to secure the board, to stop it from slipping around, stopping yourself from cutting yourself. Okay, bring them both together, just another quick chop, and transfer to a little dish. Like so. Next what we need to do is to peel and de-seed some tomatoes. In the chefing terms, this is known as tomato concasse, and I'm just going to remove the stalk, or the core should I say, from the tomato, a little crisscross over the top, same for this one. And I got some water already on the boil, just going to plunge that in for about 20 to 30 seconds, get rid of this. And we'll slowly start to see the skins peeling away. Okay, now we see that the skins are starting to pull away, so we're going to quickly drop them into cold water and we can start peeling the tomatoes. You see the skins come right off. Water these up, remove the seeds. Run the knife through it. Okay, just got the skin knocking about. And that one. To be honest, we're probably only need about 1.5 tomatoes. You can always keep the seeds and things and use in a tomato sauce or add to a soup or a stock or something like that, so you don't need to throw it away. I think that should be enough. Okay, if I just take some of that off the board. And now all we're going to do is just cut it into kind of 1/2 centimetre dice. You can have it as chunky or as small as you want, to be honest. But again, like so. I would normally put a little bit of garlic in this sauce, but unfortunately none available on the click and collect. This was all this ingredients is from the supermarket except the chives. They were grown in my back garden. Now you see we've got some nice tomato flesh, no seeds, no skin, just pure tomato, also known as concasse. Okay, into the dish. To be honest, this is probably going to be enough to feed about 4 to 6 people, so probably a little bit OTT. And then the next thing we need to add is some olive oil. I prefer extra virgin, and we almost just want to cover the ingredients. A little bit of salt and pepper, and we can give that a little mix. Would have been nice with a little bit of basil, but I couldn't get any. But okay, nice little chunky kind of tomato and herb dressing. I'm going to put this up the top here and leave this to one side. Okay, next thing we need to do is prepare the fish. Again, I would love to have got a whole fish, but due to restrictions, the only thing I could get was fillets. So there is a little bit of prep. These are sea bass fillets, and all I need to do with this is just clean my knife a bit. Just need to remove some of this belly fat off the edge here, and we're just going to, on an angle with a really nice sharp knife, watching your fingers, and just cut that down. We're going to turn it over and we're going to score the skin. This will stop the fillet from curling up too much and also speed up the cooking process. You want to go in about 3 mil, something like that, not too deep. Try not to cut straight through the fish. If you just gently pinch, it toughens up the skin and makes the cut a little bit easier. Also helps, makes the presentation look a bit nicer on the dish. And I'm just going to cut straight off the edge. I don't want that little thin piece there. Okay, that's my first fillet. Prepare the second one. Again, just removing off that belly fat, like so. Sometimes you need to remove a little bit of the edge there. Again, just turning that over, and again scoring the skin nice and quickly, not too deep. Just lock that enough there. Okay, so we've got two nice sea bass fillets, like so. Okay, the fish is done. I'll season that just before I'm going to cook it. I'm just going to put this to one side now. What I need to do now is cook off some of the gnocchi, blanch the vegetables. So what I'm going to do is start with the gnocchi. I'm going to cook it for about 3 minutes in boiling water. Straight out of the pot into the frying pan, and we're going to get a nice gold colour onto the gnocchi. Whilst I'm frying the gnocchi, I'll also be what we call blanching, or just cooking in boiling water for about 1 minute, 2 minutes, all these vegetables, and then I'll add those vegetables to the frying pan as well. We'll get a good mix going. Okay, so gnocchi, I'll probably say you want about 12 pieces per person, something like that. I'm doing 2 portions for me and my son. So we're just going to drop these in, like so. We've got the frying pan on the heat. We're just going to wait for a minute. Just bring the salt and pepper closer, and the vegetables. Okay, gnocchi's had about 2-3 minutes, so I'm just going to put a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil into the frying pan. I'm going to give this a really good drain off. You can see a little bit of water's gone into that pan. When it's hot, it really is going to sizzle like crazy. So nice and drained off, straight to the pan. Keep it moving. Okay. And we're just going to leave this now, get a little bit of colour. I'm pushing mine to the outside because I don't get a good bit of heat in the middle. The flames are too wide. So we're just going to leave that, give it a little shake every now and again. Non-stick pans are the best for this. And we'll just get a bit of colour. Right, while we're doing that, we're now going to add some vegetables to the water. Just so you can see, we've got some nice sugar snap peas, some fine beans, some tender stem broccoli, and some baby asparagus. Asparagus, that comes into season towards the end of the month. So let's just drop these in. The beans probably need a little bit longer than all the other vegetables, so we'll give that 30 seconds, then we'll drop in the rest of the veg. Start to see a little bit of colour coming onto the gnocchi now. The reason why I'm using a sieve is I can put all the vegetables in very nice and quick to strain off the water and straight into a pan, so I'm not fishing around with a slotted spoon or anything like that. Okay, so in with the rest of the veg. So I'll keep moving this gnocchi. Gnocchi, for people that don't know what it is, it's basically pasta which is made with mashed potato. If it's done properly, it's a really tasty bit of pasta, but it can be boiled to death and ends up like being balls of sludge. It's not good. I prefer to pan fry to give it a nice little bit of crunch texture. As you can see, I'm not serving this with a sauce, so it's just going to have a bit of a dressing, nice light summer dish, or spring dish should I say. Okay, we're almost ready to go into the pan. I'm going to pull the gnocchi down to one side, so when I add the vegetables, it's going to all the water should evaporate on one end of the pan, so I don't end up with soggy gnocchi. Do that, fish out any other bits of veg that are in there, and off we go. Okay, so in with the vegetables, and now I'm going to add a little bit of butter. I wouldn't be a chef if I didn't use butter. This is where all the flavour comes from. Obviously, if you want to keep it healthy, don't bother with the butter, just stick with the olive oil or rapeseed oil. And we're just going to keep moving this. Bit of seasoning. Keep that moving. Okay, this is good. I've got a little tray with a bit of Jacob. That's going to absorb any excess fat, and I'm just going to pour that in, and I'm going to put this in a really low oven, about less than 100 degrees, just to keep that warm while I cook the fish. Next step is to just wipe out any oil residue from the pan, and we're good to go with the bass. Okay, again, seasoning. We're going to a little bit on the flesh, like so. Turn it over, and just a little bit of salt over the skin. Okay, now again, olive oil. I'm just going to turn the pan down a little bit now. It's starting to get a bit too hot, and we're going to start frying these fillets. So I tend to hold the tail end of the fillet, making sure when you drop them in, you lay it away from yourself, so any oil splashes away. Next, you find them naturally curl up like this. I find just a little press. Careful of your fingers that you're not going to touch the frying pan. You'll soon know. Like so. Okay, the key to frying flat white fish, or most fish, is don't mess around with it too much. Okay, you want to cook it about 70-80% on one side, on the skin side. And we're just now going to leave this. We'll start to see the fish cooking through. It'll slowly work up, and probably when we see about 60-70% of it cooked, we'll quickly flip it. We'll throw in a little bit of butter, a little bit of lemon juice, baste up the fillets, and then we're pretty much good to plate. Yeah, we're just taking a quick break there. So as we can see, we can start seeing the fish is starting to cook through on the sides. Just feeling that it's starting to firm up. This is ready to flip over now. Okay, so I've got a nice little fish slice. Anything you want, something long and thin, that you can just flip it over like so. There we have it, nice and crispy. Give it 30 seconds. And then we're going to drop in some butter. Again, this is where all the flavour comes through. Stir around the pan. And start collecting that nice foam and just basting the fish. And then to stop that butter from burning anymore, straight in with lemon juice. Now good and ready to serve. So take the sea bass fillets out. Again, this is just to absorb any fat. There we go. Okay, get rid of this. Okay, we're good to start plating this dish up. So we're going to start off with the vegetables. What we were keeping warm in the oven. I've pre-warmed up the plates in the oven, and we're just going to literally scatter this out, ensuring we've got a good even mix of vegetables on each plate. Okay, topped with the Seabass fillet. And then finished with the sauce vierge. So give it a good mix, and then you just want to kind of shake it over the plate, catch a bit of that olive oil as well. Same for this one. And then if you want to add a little bit of sweetness and a bit of tang to it, put some balsamic glaze, and you can just do a little drizzle around the outside. There we have it. Pan-fried sea bass with spring vegetables, roasted gnocchi and a sauce vierge. Thank you.